business owners that puts them in front of a global audience. And in behind those shows is a whole range of things, from digital magazines to social media to blogging to email to lead generation, just a whole range of things. Welcome back to the Everyday Business Show. I'm your host, Toni Lontis, and we have another phenomenal guest to chat to today who I'm really excited to introduce you to. But before we do that, just a reminder, if you're listening live on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or Twitter, please drop us a line and let us know what you think about the show, or connect with us or ask us any questions that you want. Now, each and every week, the Everyday Business Show not only streams live, but you can watch the replay, and the replay is on Binge Networks USA under the banner of Toni TV. It's on the Everyday Women's Network, a global streaming and video on demand platform that we call our very own. And of course, there are apps on Apple and Android for both Toni TV and Everyday Women's Network, and on smart televisions across the planet, including LG, Samsung, Roku, and Amazon Fire. And before we go to the show proper, each and every week we do a wonderful acknowledgement to country. It's a special movement within Australia that acknowledges the important part that our Indigenous people play in our development. So today, I want to respectfully acknowledge the people of the Yugambeh language region on the Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia, and pay my respects to the elders past, present, and emerging, and to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait people watching or listening live today. Now, our guest today is a wonderful woman called Rebecca Simon. Now, Rebecca and her husband had a very, very busy business life in Australia when they decided to make a change. They now have multi-seven-figure businesses and incomes whilst living in Fiji. And today we get to talk to Rebecca about that journey and how it happened. So Rebecca, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Toni, for having me. I'm really excited.
I'm glad that I get to share you with the audience today because you've got some exciting things to explain. But before we get on to that, I wanted to share with the audience one of your favorite quotes. If nothing changes, nothing changes. What does that mean to you, Beck?
Oh, once you hear my story shortly, you'll definitely understand what that means. But if I was to sum it up, every day, and I'm sure most of the listeners will understand this, that we live in a society, in a world where everything seems to be like a rat race, that every week is a photocopy of the week before, every year is a photocopy of the year before, and you feel like you're running on a treadmill, getting nowhere, just to end up in your 70s and, you know, get the golden handshake and the watch and goodbye. And I just kept thinking, looking around while I was going along in life in the corporate world and, you know, doing what we do. You buy a house, you get the white picket fence, you get the Labrador, and you get the job and you work hard at that job, and then you do that until you're in your 70s. And I was like starting to do that process.
Yeah.
And I realized that I needed something to change. And I realized that if nothing changes, nothing changes. And so sometimes, although change can be scary and change comes with fear and all sorts of emotions and limiting beliefs and of past experiences and so forth, all just come flooding back to you. What I've noticed I guess I've worked out that, if you don't jump into change, and if nothing changes, then nothing, you'll stay on that same course forever. And I made that decision, and then I detoured and never looked back.
And it's been an amazing change for both your husband and your family. So, Beck, I want you to take us on a journey from that time where everything was hustle and bustle and go, 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 to living with your family in Fiji and earning that 7-figure income.
Yeah, very, very excited to share with you this story. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share my screen just so that you can visually, I guess, have a little bit of a look into my life. I'm just going to present mode. So there we go. Hopefully you can all see that quite well. So a little bit about myself. My husband and I are originally from Adelaide, Australia, and we I guess we met when we were quite, I was 25, and we decided to go into business for ourselves. I was working in the corporate world and unhappy.
Yeah.
And my husband was a tradie. He was a cabinet maker by trade, and he worked for somebody. And he came up with this grand idea: let's go into business on our own with his skill set. So we did, and we came up with a concept that was really unusual that had never been done before in the building industry. And so we decided, okay, we feel like this is going to be big. So we got a business coach in. Now we're talking 18 years ago when business coaches were unheard
Wow.
of. Like literally, we had to
Wow.
go through a company called, had to find it and search for miles. I think we read a Brad Sugars book
Oh,
and
yes.
it's called Action International. And
Mm-hmm.
somehow we managed to find somebody in Adelaide that had done that course. And that's how we found a coach, which was really exciting for us. So he came over once a week and coached us on how to grow this business. And he
Fantastic.
was the person that actually got us into, like, no. And he said, look, he's coming to Australia. He's coming to Sydney. You should go along. Mum was like, that's a cult. It sounds all very strange and weird, and don't go along to that. And but how funny was that? So we so we went along, and our mind was blown. And so we started to, I guess, personal development journey, which helped us turn that one business that we started together. It turned into 3 companies that we
Oh,
owned in Australia.
goodness.
And then we realized, wow, companies until we're in our 70s now. Like, what happens here? We got hit with the global financial crisis in
Oh,
2008 and lost everything, rebuilt. And it was a disaster. But, we were just in a rat race as well. Like, even though we owned our own business, we still were in the rat. It was a phone call that I'll never forget for the rest of my life. And personal development and the people that we had met along the way, I guess our awareness was a lot more there.
yes.
And so he called us and he said, look, I've got an opportunity for you guys. I want to run a business idea past you, and I want to see what you think. And when he told us that a health and wellness company was launching in Australia and across 50 countries, did we want to have a look at it? Now, I'll be really honest with you. I
Mm,
said, looked at my husband and I gave him the nudge and I said, you
we're out of
join us,
here.
kill you. And I was giving him the kick under the table, like, don't you dare. Um, and thank goodness my husband is one of those human beings that through all our personal development, he never says no to anything unless he researches it first.
Right.
We've missed out on so many opportunities because we made assumptions. And so basically, a long story short, we told 7 of our friends about it who were, on the similar sort of mindset to me and Mike. And we said, why don't you have a look at this? This is what's happening. This is what we've looked at. If this is half as good as what we're looking at, then this could be big. And if it's not, well, what have we got to lose? Because if nothing changes, guess what? Nothing
Nothing
changes.
changes.
So we jumped on board. We launched it in Australia and across the world, and we retired ourselves within 5 months. So after 10 months,
Phenomenal.
it is phenomenal because there's nothing special about us, but we just understood that we had something special. And I think that's the key difference. You can learn talent, but you've got to be in the right vehicle.
Yes.
Um, So we ended up, retiring ourselves in 5 months. 10 months later, sold those companies we owned, and decided to do a bit of traveling. The kids were at
Yeah.
school and things like that. And then we went through some really hard times with my eldest daughter, who was 6.
Uh-huh.
She was so severely bullied at school. And we had 2 years of absolute hell and back with her, that she wanted to kill herself. And it was horrible. I cannot tell you how horrible it was. I just lost my father a few years back through mental health,
Yes.
who passed away because of mental health issues. And so I was like, here we go again. No way am I allowing this to happen. And so, as a joke, I turned to my husband and I said, I just want to run away and live on an island and just,
Mm.
like get my little kids and just look after them. Now,
Yes.
no one can really do that. We're all in jobs. We're all
Yes.
got, up to our eyeballs in debt. We're living
Mm-hmm.
above our means. But thanks to having an online income and, making, like a 7-figure income,
Yeah.
we thought, why can't we? Why can't we go there? If it's an online business, hey, that means our bit teams all over the world anyway. So why can't we? So we did. We packed up everything, sold all the fancy cars, the houses, everything that we'd accumulated that gave us short-term happiness.
Uh-huh.
Um, and we moved to a beautiful island in Fiji. And as you can see from the photos, my little kiddies down the bottom here, they're in the local village school. They love it. They
Yes.
absolutely love it. The confidence in my children, the how worldly they are, how down to earth they are. There's no pressures here to keep up with the Joneses.
Mm-hmm.
What society tells you have to do. And we just get into the boat and go swim and snorkel and hang out with Nemo and
Yeah.
all of those exciting things. And so, yeah, that's a little bit about, I guess, our life up until now.
Now.
And I guess there's so much more that we're about to share.
Absolutely. And I know, Rebecca, you're absolutely busting to tell the audience about what's happening in behind this and what we're leading to. So I'm going to keep it with you. Tell us.
Okay, so this is the exciting part. So if you remember the story about me pre-launching this in Australia, this health and
Yes.
wellness business, well, what we find ourselves in is an amazing opportunity of timing once again. So when you're looking at wanting to break out of the
Normal
mold,
every day.
yeah. And
Yeah.
when you're looking at plan Bs or investments or shares or opportunities, plan B opportunities or anything, whenever you're looking at anything to try and get ahead in life, there's certain things that you have to look for. Now,
Uh-huh.
one of them is, I guess, timing.
Uh-huh.
If you knew that Apple was going to be a $900 billion company,
You'd
in
have bought Apple
2023.
shares.
Absolutely. I remember back when I was younger, my mum was all about Telstra shares, and she's like, no, no,
Yeah.
no. And yet so many of her friends made hundreds of thousands of dollars in shares.
Mm.
And so we've, looking at all of these things that happen around the world, you realize timing has a key impact in, what, achieving what you want. The
Yeah.
second thing that I've learned is that with any kind of thing, there has to be a demand.
Yes.
And if there is a demand and you have a solution, then you've got a fantastic business opportunity. And so that's one of the key things that I'm about to share with you today. So basically what's happening is that very same health and wellness business called Kayani that I helped launch across the world, that's currently only less than 1% market penetration.
Yeah.
They are currently merging at the moment with the only mental wellness company in the world.
The only one, Beck?
Only one in this industry. So what's happening is Amare Global is an amazing, amazing company. Amare stands for love. And
Mm.
these two company founders who are billionaires and who have got together because they don't need a cent. They don't need any more money, but they want to leave an impact. They want to leave a legacy behind, and they want to They want to basically change what's happening in the world.
Yeah.
And so they're very much non-for-profit, and they have designed the most amazing company and business model that is absolutely going to change many, many lives. Now,
Uh-huh.
as you know, mental health, Toni, is a pandemic right now.
Yes.
Um,
It's
it's it's horrible. It's
mm,
really horrible. Um, and it's something so passionate to me because of my father and my daughter.
yeah.
And so when Kayani told me, look, Beck, we're going to merge with this company and we want you back out of retirement and we want you to help us do this, I instantly said, absolutely yes, this is needed in the world. And so this is an amazing opportunity for anybody, stay-at-home mums, people who are in the building industry like me. I mean, it could be
Yeah.
anyone, but in particular, I I
This is the
thought I would,
exciting bit, Rebecca. This is
yeah,
the exciting bit that I want the audience to take note of. If you're a life coach, a wellness coach, a healer, a health practitioner, if you own a gym, a fitness studio, a Pilates gym, listen to what Rebecca has to say next.
yeah, this is a game changer because I understand that right now the life coaching industry is a saturated market. It is one of the fastest growing professions on the planet right now.
It is.
And I know my entire followers on Facebook or Instagram, a huge number of them are all coaches, and they're all out there having to dance in front of the camera and do all these things and promote themselves. And I think it's wonderful from a personal development and the world moving in a different direction. I think it's
Definitely.
amazing. And I take my hat off to all the coaches out there and thank you for making the world a better place and helping people better
Live their
themselves.
best lives, essentially,
Yeah,
isn't it, Beck? We want people to
100%.
live their best, most healthy lives because that impacts the globe in an entirely different way.
Yep. I mean, health is wealth, really. I mean, when you get on, we all are going to end up in a coffin at some point or in the ground.
We are.
So what that money means, so your health, is everything. And, it's just so important to have it because without health, you have nothing,
That's
you
right.
know? And so I love the fact that the coaches out there are doing wonderful things, but my heart goes out to them because I see how many are struggling to do what they want to do and do what they're passionate about doing.
Uh-huh.
And so bringing these two companies together and the merger of this, which is happening now and launching across 50 countries throughout
Right
2025,
now.
right now,
Right
like
now.
literally a couple of weeks ago, the US launched, Australia launches 1st of April. We've got all of Europe in August. Then we've got Asia. And then by the end of this year, 54 countries have merged because we're already set up in 54 countries. Kayani's
Yeah.
there. And
Yeah.
we're just merging it. So this is genius. And so one day I woke up and I said to my husband, I've got an idea because I'm getting sick to death of being harassed by coaches every single day in my social media and private messages and VAs and all sorts of people at me, like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I can help you do this. And if I could help you make an extra $200 a month, or if I can help you make six figures, and, if I
Yeah.
can get through your blockages and breakages and whatever it might be, then, and I'm here and I'm just like, wow, how are these these people making money? So then I was like, I've got an idea, genius idea. And so this is my idea. Okay. Everything, single thing in the world is a product. We're wearing products right now. We're wearing clothes. Toni, you're wearing a product on your
I
eye called
am.
glasses. We're talking through a product being a laptop. If I go
Correct.
to a hairdresser, even though I'm there to get my hair cut and colored, which I can't wait, by the way, to go back to Australia and get it done in the next couple of weeks because the island hair is not good. But if I go to a hairdresser, they always recommend, okay, I'm going to cut your hair, but here's a product, Rebecca. Your hair is so terrible because you're always in the salt
Mm.
water, you're always in the ocean. You need to put some Olaplex or something in it once a week and get your hair in better condition. Thank you. You're the expert Mrs. Hairdresser. Thank you for sharing that with me. I buy the product.
Uh-huh.
If I go see a naturopath regarding a problem that I have with my gut issues or something like that, they tell me what the problem is, but then they give me a solution. Okay, so
Yes.
maybe get off of dairy for the next 90 days and let's see if that's the problem. But in the meantime, I suggest you take a probiotic and a prebiotic and let's help
Mm-hmm.
repair your gut. Product again. So
Yes.
this is where I'm just like, this is what's missing. This is the puzzle piece missing for all coaches. And it doesn't matter if you're a wellness coach or just a life coach. If you're helping someone with some limiting beliefs and
Mm-hmm.
you're helping them go from A to B, you don't have to be a wellness, a health professional to be able to include these tools in products, which are tools, into your toolkit and help your client and help fast track their results. If they're not sleeping right, we've got something for that. If they're not having the energy, to be able to achieve what they want to achieve, all sorts of things. So what I will show you is how to create 3 new residual incomes
Uh-huh.
into your coaching, and I'm going to help you stand out from the rest. I'm going
As
to,
different.
yes, that's the key. You really have to stand out. I'm going to help you put more tools into your coaching toolkit. And even if you're a coach who coaches, this can be something that you can share
As
with
well.
your coaches underneath you.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm trying to prevent is you working enormous hours coaching.
Mm-hmm.
The last thing we want to do is get ourselves another job where we don't enjoy what we're doing anymore. I want you to be able to work and do your coaching part-time because you absolutely love it. You love helping people. It fills your cup. But I don't want you going home after, a 12-hour day coaching people and be like, oh,
Yeah.
family, don't talk to me anymore. I don't want to talk.
Mm-hmm.
So this is about working smarter, not harder, so that you
Mm-hmm.
don't need as many clients coming in the door because it is a saturated market. So
And you're
let's have a look.
helping them quicker, aren't you, Rebecca? The
Yeah,
idea is that the products, the coaching is wonderful, and that extra little bit is around the products that they can use to help to go with their coaching.
100%. Like I said, everywhere I go, the experts will say, you know, here's this and here's this to help on top of what I'm going to share with you. And it just makes perfect sense to add more value to your clients and to fast track results. And so I already touched on these points. So right now, like I mentioned, these 2 companies are merging together. Amare is only in the US and Mexico, and Kayani is
Uh-huh.
in 54 countries. So like I said, mental health is a pandemic
Mm.
and health is wealth. So, where there is a demand and you have a solution, you have a great business opportunity. Where there's timing, you also have a great business opportunity. And this is what is so important. And I hope you can understand what I'm about to share with you. So basically, here's what I came up with. And I've helped
Uh-huh.
create multiple 6 and 7-figure income earners in a very short amount of time. So this is not something new. And I'm saying, hey, this could work. I'm saying this absolutely works.
Because you've done it, Rebecca. You've done it multiple times, yeah? Again
Yes,
and again.
yes,
Replicatable. Yeah.
with so many people from a stay-at-home mother to someone who works in the corporate world and just needs a plan B. But in particular, I've worked with so many coaches and I've got them to trial this for me. I've got them to test it. I've got them to, add this into their toolkit. And the results have been like nothing short of phenomenal, like nothing short of the word of mouth. The client's results is in making their coaching businesses grow so fast.
Uh-huh.
But because the third way to build an income over here, because of this way, they're working smarter, not harder. And so
Yes.
I'll touch a little bit about what I mean. So if you think about, I'm a life coach, and Toni, you come to see me and I get you to fill out a questionnaire. I want to know a little bit about you first.
Mm-hmm.
What's working, what's not, what have you come to see me for? Things like that, what you're hoping to get out of this coaching. I might ask you to rate yourself out of 10 in the Wheel of Life. I
Yes.
might ask you some other questions. Rate yourself 1 out of 10. How well do you sleep? Because I
And
know that
I'm not
sleeping.
sleeping because I'm really stressed.
Exactly. And this is why we get
Not
coaches. This
true,
is
not
why they
true.
help.
I'm just, that's an example.
Yeah, but that's so true. I mean, like it's most of the world has these problems.
Yeah.
And so they'll, how's your energy? How is your, your confidence? How is your mental health? We ask questions because at the end of the
Mm.
day, I need to get you from A to Z. And that's my job as your coach.
Yeah.
And so that questionnaire comes into place. Now that questionnaire is key. This is
Mm.
where this is genius because this questionnaire is
Yes.
key to growing your big business.
Mm.
So this is the first residual income. Somebody is going to come and they're going to see me as their coach. I'm going to look at that questionnaire and I'm going to be like, Toni, okay, you said you sleep 2 out of 10. Okay, we need to get you sleeping, Toni, because when you go to bed
Sleep
at
is
night,
important.
yeah, that's when you do all your healing.
Mm.
And so if you're not sleeping, you're not healing. And then how productive are you going to be the next day,
Mm.
when you're tired?
That's
People
right.
living how many cups of coffee people talk about or bad energy drinks to get them through
Mm.
and it's just not healthy. And you know what? You can't take things back when you get told you're very, very sick. You know what I mean? Like,
That's
don't you
right.
wish at that point you go, God, I wish I just had looked after myself, or God, I wish I had
Mm.
done this. And so let's not get to that point. And
Yeah.
so that's why I love coaches because they can help these people. So what I'm going to do, Toni, is I'm going to put you on Sunset. It's going to give you the best sleep you've ever had. It's full of omegas, 369s, beta carotene, vitamin D3, all the ingredients your body needs at night before you go to sleep. And then you are going to literally one of the two side effects that come from this natural product is it reduces all the inflammation in your body, which is the cause of
Yes.
disease. But the biggest things that most clients tell me who take this product is they sleep like a baby. And
Mm-hmm.
so let's get you on that. So now I've got Toni on Sunset. She may want to know about other things as well that I have in my toolkit, but we can get to those. But that's going to be the first thing I do recommend. And so now Toni's going to order that product. I'm going to order it for her. Or if I do have a couple behind me, if I'm having a clinic, I can give one to her and just stock a couple. But if not, I
Mm.
just order it online and I say it'll be with you in a couple of days at your
Yeah.
house. So now I've got a residual income coming in from that product moving each month.
Because it works.
Yeah,
Because
because it
obviously
works.
I'm sleeping.
Yeah, 100%. Why wouldn't you not take it if you're
Because
having the
I'm
best
coming
sleep?
to your coaching sessions and I'm alert and ready to rock and roll. Yeah.
100%. So, if the products are just don't work and you're not getting results, and it's hard to keep people on them. But I'll share with you a little bit more about the products in just a minute so you can
Yeah.
understand a bit more. But the second thing is we can get really creative with your coaching and we can say, okay, I can create programs that say, okay, I might do a 21-day life intensive reset.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to do 3 coaching, intense coaching sessions with you.
Yes.
I'm going to get on some products that are going to
Mm-hmm.
absolutely get all your body working. I want your brain,
Yep.
and I want your gut, which is your second brain. I want these two brains talking to each other. If
Mm-hmm.
I can make that happen in record timing and do the coaching with some products and I can do the coaching on top, we can get some huge results. Now, people want fast results these days. I
Yes.
mean, that's why fast food is so
Yeah.
popular because they want fast results. But then we can get creative and we can do even a 90-day, just get on track where
Mm-hmm.
for 90 days, you're going to have me as your coach and this is what we're going to do. This is the community you'll be a part of. We get the one-on-one session, but I'm going to put you on a health triangle that's going to, I need everything. I need the whole wheel of life. If I'm going to work with you, I need everything working.
Yeah.
And so now people get on the products through the program and people are more comfortable buying a program and a high ticket item because they see what they're going to get for it and they go, oh wow, I'm even going to get some products for the whole 90
Mm.
days and so they go, wow, this is what I need. Hallelujah. I need someone to come in and fix me. And so that's where people feel more comfortable buying a program, and we can get really creative with you and help you create life coaching programs
Yeah.
and mental health programs,
Yeah.
which, as we know, is what we need and is the demand out there in the world.
Mm.
So that's the second way we're going to create a residual income because people are going to stay on those products after they've taken them and they're going to love them. And then word of mouth kicks in and you're going to have more people wanting to
Yes.
come through and just do an online order
Mm.
through your shop. Now, this is the exciting part that I love. This is the bit that gets me excited because I I love lifestyle. That's why I live here in Fiji, because I'm a big lifestyle person. I believe we've got this one life. You're born and you die. Let's go live it. So I want to do things I'm passionate about, which is this, what I'm talking to you about today. I'm so passionate about health, mental health, and helping people. I love it. But do I want to do it for 8 hours a day? No. So that's where I work smarter, not harder, and I grow a team. So it's a bit like franchising myself, or it's a bit like, say, why buy one Subway franchise when you can, or own a franchise Subway, or you can franchise it, like
Yes,
McDonald's.
yes.
One Mr. McDonald's, does he make money off one McDonald's in the
Probably
whole
not.
world, or does he make money off of McDonald's being on every corner block right now all over the world?
In every country across the world.
100. Yeah. And so this makes sense to, rather than you just build your coaching business so that you're not sleeping at night because you're working too hard,
Yeah.
let's build a team. So you may have done an NLP course with some other one. You may be a coach who coaches coaches and has a big network.
Yes.
I know some people who are struggling for money through your coaching that can't come and see you. And then they're like, well, I'd love to do it, but I'm just struggling for money. And you can go, well, I've actually got
An
something, a
idea.
project that I'm working on, an idea that would be able to help you create another income stream. So it can be anybody you can talk to, but let's build a team. And with the unique business that we have here, it's very, very different to anything else you can possibly think of out there. So if you're anything like me and make an assumption, oh, it's the network marketing, oh, it's sales and recruiting and this and that, I really encourage you to drop that assumption, because if that's how we miss out on opportunities. Because as it proved, I thought the same. Thank goodness my husband went, you're not even having a look at this properly. So he looked at it and was like, yes, Beck, I'm telling you now, everything that you don't want to do, I can't see in here. And so he was right. We were able to, we did like a year of, some hard work, great work, fun work. It definitely was not, it didn't feel like work when it's fun. But that set us up for the rest of our lives. We don't have to work again. I'm doing this. I'm so excited, and I'm doing this because of this merger. And it's because it means something so much to me. And this is my way now of giving back, just like the owners. So now I understand why they've done this business. So this is where you can bring people in and they can join up to your team. We can have some fun with this. So from a benefit for you is going to be that you're going to add more tools to your toolkit. It's going to help with retention of your clients. It's going to increase their monthly spend. It's going to help you fast track their results, which is so important, because word of mouth, you will have people coming back at you going, now my friend wants to see you, or now my friend wants those products you put me on. So increase referrals, and it's going to give you more programs that you can add to your coaching. Massively increase your cash flow. Like, there's just nothing that is bad about this. From a client point of view, getting their results fast tracked is so important, because everybody wants the fast fix. And we do have nutritional plans as well that you can give to people that are created by celebrity nutritionist Mark McDonald. But you're going to be the one-stop shop coach for everything, all areas of life, and that's what you need to be able to stand out. So as you know, nutrition, poor nutrition, inflammation, disease is
disease of today's society.
It is. It's crazy right now. And where I find that confused people do nothing. They get so confused with, and or it's expensive, or like we look at organic, and people go, oh, I buy organic, that's great. It's like, well, do you understand what organic is? Because only it can be right next to a field that is sprayed, and it has a little bit of spray on it, but they're still allowed to call it organic. And so there's lots of little things where, I guess we've learned over the last
you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, the last 2.5 years with COVID has taught me a lot of things, but we won't get into that. So it is important that we do supplement, we bridge that gap between what we can't get from food physically, and I don't know anyone who can, and it's important that we keep inflammation down. If we can do those two things, just bridge that gap and keep inflammation down, that's all you need to do. We don't need fancy pills and potions and oils and things like that. And all of that leads into mental health as well, because, you know, if you can get your brains talking to each other, and if you can get the chemical balances right in your body, you know, mental health, you know, won't be there, as you know. And so it's so important. So these are the products that we do have in the Kayani range. I'll touch on those first. This is called the Triangle of Health. They can be sold separately or put together. They're obviously best put together because they synergistically work together. Yeah. So Sunrise is this liquid. So your body is made of water. Put water soluble in. There it is. So Toni rips the top. She sips it. She's just eaten 3.5 kilograms or 7 pounds, depending where you're from and watching this, of fruits, vegetables, superfoods. And what's really
nice, actually.
Oh, it's so yummy. So we've got a whole community of children who have got autism and ADHD, and who literally, some of them, the mothers tell me that they eat pasta with tomato sauce for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and that is it. They never eat fruits, they never eat vegetables. They're so fussy. And on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being that some of them stab furniture, punch holes in the walls, need to be restrained. Husbands left because it's just too stressful. Their marriage is busted up. All they did was give the child the Sunrise and put it, and we got creative with it. We got actually quite sneaky. We put it in the freezer and we say to them, all right, you've been great today. Let's have an ice block. So a treat. So they have it. They rip the top off. They put all the ice in their mouth. Hey, you've just eaten 3.5 kilograms of fruits and veg. Mum got you there. And in the space of 2 weeks, being on a Sunrise once a day, some of these mums, in fact, most of them have noticed
differences.
Huge, like beyond even your thinking capacity on it. It's crazy. Just the behavior, the concentration, everything just seems to be working better. And you know, that's all it is. It's nutrition. So let's get it into people. So the Sunrise is amazing, and anybody can take that, from a child to an adult. Even my grandmother has it in the nursing home because
and it's essentially just condensed fruit and veggies in a little liquid pouch.
But what's important to know is that every vitamin that you'll ever consume in your life needs a pairing vitamin, otherwise it doesn't absorb. And so most people will be told, okay, you're iron deficient, go to the chemist and get an iron tablet. Now, what they don't understand is that they really should take a vitamin C with it.
Yes.
Because if they don't have enough in their body of vitamin C, if it's not high enough, the iron goes in and straight out down the toilet. So, and we don't know, we can't see inside our body and go, oh, let's check our vitamin C levels. So, so just those things are really important to know. So Sunrise is genius, and everyone should be on it. Sunset, which is it's all your omega-3, 6, 9s from the wild Alaskan sockeye salmon, the purest
natural sleeping.
Oh, amazing. So all the inflammation down in your body, and will give you the best sleep you've ever had. It's got D3 in it, beta-carotene, tocotrienols, all very expensive ingredients that no one puts in because they're competing against everybody else. So we have that. It's this Sunset has gone up against 3,000 other fish oils in an independent study around the world, and it's come out with the grand gold. So that's how good it is. Nitro is something unique to our company. No one else has this. It's 1 tiny mil of this under your tongue. It's full of nitrates from the noni plant. And what it does is within 20 minutes, it gets your veins pumping, which increases circulation once your veins start to pump, which is so important for health, especially people with heart conditions. And so what it does is it gets the vitamins to all the cells of the body, but it makes your body produce a thing called nitric oxide. So outside of this presentation, just go and Google nitric oxide and have a look for yourself how important it is. If your body stops producing it, you're dead in 7 seconds. So you need it.
Pretty important. And Bec, is it a morning one as well? So a Sunrise is obviously morning and Sunset is obviously Nitro. When's the best time for it?
Nitro can be taken at any time of the day. I would say I'd say anywhere between the morning and the afternoon. I wouldn't
Yep.
take it in the evening because it
Uh-huh.
does give you a lot of energy and you don't want that before bed.
Yep.
So anytime, to be honest, just to get it out of the way, I literally just go do one drop of nitro. I have my sunrise, my breakfast, and off I go.
Yep.
So I don't really need to worry about anything. A lot of athletes, though, professional athletes, people who compete in the Olympics, they all take it 20 minutes prior to a workout.
I see.
So, you know, some people do like to work out in the evenings and go to the gym after work. So, yeah, you can take it because you're probably going to burn a lot of it off, but you'll notice increased performance and better recovery.
Yep.
So that's our triangle. Basically, like I said, just tops up your body, fills your fuel tank up with everything it needs, decreases inflammation, your body goes to work, does what it's naturally meant to do,
Yes.
and maintain, defend, and repair itself. So the other products, I won't go into this too much, but basically we have 2 performance proteins, which are very unique to the company. Again, nobody else has anything like this. People search on Amazon and ship it in from all parts of the world to try and find grass-fed whey protein isolate and grass-fed hydrolyzed bovine collagen in the one protein. So we have that with Fit 20. Very clean, very pure. We also have a plant-based version as well. So with origin that's full of fiber, probiotics, everything. We have one of the top colorectal surgeons in the world in Texas. She actually uses our protein for patients who are going in for bowel surgery, pre and post-op. They be on a protein. She uses this one. That's how good it is.
Fantastic. And it's not just in terms of workout. You can use it as a meal replacement. Is that correct, Beck?
Yeah, 100%. So a lot of protein you can't use as a meal replacement because they're just proteins. You can with ours because ours is a macro balance protein. Now, macro balance means it's got a fat, a carb, and a protein. So if you're, and every meal you have every day, technically, should be a fat, a carb, and a protein on your plate. So yes, it is a meal replacement as well. And then we have the liquid collagen. So once again, liquid. So anything that you find comes in powder or a tablet form, it has been heated to get into that format, which now makes it synthetic. And so liquid is best. Our products have come in under the banner of whole food nutrition and sports food than your generic chemist, pharmacy, supplementation. So that they're more closer to whole food than they are
speaking. They're powders, aren't they, Beck?
Yeah. Or tablets. Yeah. So liquid collagen, we have the world's purest. We've got grass-fed hydrolyzed bovine. Most collagens out there, there are 3 types. The ones that you, all the viewers are probably used to buying, if you buy collagen, you'll find that it is only the one type that you're getting, and it's like mainly the hair, skin, nails.
Yes.
That's the type that does that one. Now, the other 2 types are more harder to find, but one does gut health, targets that, and one does ligaments, tissues, bones, fascia, muscle. So because our body's made up of collagen, it's one of the biggest proteins in our body, and we don't get it unless we're eating bone broth or animal organs. And I know I don't have that. So so I just take one of these a day and I feel amazing. But
just
a lot of physiotherapists.
Beck, just one?
Just one a day. Yep, you only need about 5 grams of collagen every day in your body. That's why it's called Healthy Living 5, HL5.
Yeah.
And I mean, physiotherapists, if you go see a chiropractor and you've got some severe disc injury, back injuries, things like that, a physiotherapist and chiropractor will tell you you probably need a lot more collagen in your body while you're repairing, if you want to prevent back surgery. So they do collagen loading programs, and they use our collagen for that because it's very potent and absorbs. Yeah, so that's the Kyani products. There is a couple more products that they do have in the States. We do have one of the world's amazing probiotic, prebiotic, and nitrobiotic. So that nitro product, and it's featured in Health magazine. It's won so many awards. That's this Restore. That's only in certain markets around the world, though.
Yes.
Amare products, like I said,
they're
if
the
you're
ones
in the
that
US
are coming
and you're
soon.
Mexico right now. Yeah, if you've got it already, if you're in US and Mexico, April the 1st, you're going to have access to them in Australia. and the rest of the world will have access to them this year. But the vision of where we are to what we're going to have, that's where you want to be. You want to
An
be here.
all-encompassing range of supplements for living your best life.
Yeah, these have gone through. I cannot tell you the amount of certifications that these products have because they're in the mental health space. They have to have them.
Yep.
They've got clinical trials. They've got certifications that go far beyond FDA and TGA and all these, governing bodies. Because and they're winning awards every day. There's no other company in the world that has products like this of this caliber. And they work. They're so good. I have been on the 3 of their products for a few months now, and I cannot describe how you feel when you take them. Sometimes you take products and you don't know whether they're working. You know they're working.
Yeah.
Feel amazing. But basically it just gets the 2 brains working, the gut and the head. It gets any imbalances, fixes. It focuses on the nootropics, which is the brain and the microbiome.
Yes.
I won't go into too much detail, but they're great. When people join and they want to have access to these tools, and me as someone to work with,
I was just going to say,
everything's done.
How do we get involved? How do we get on board?
Yes, so here it is. So I can help you with, we have team calls every week. I can do one-on-one meetings and help you get this up and running. I can help you get, create the coaching programs. I can help support your growing team and things like that. And I've created all of these resources to help you, not only with the coaching side of things. Yeah, and I've even created resources to help you share the opportunity with others. Or if someone wants to know about the products, there's so many amazing, really professionally well put together resources. Oh my God, there's so many, and they're easy, understandable. And when people watch them, they're like, okay, I can understand this now. And I can see why I need these products and how simple they are, and everything being in the one place. You don't need a million potions and lotions where you open up your vanity in your bathroom. You're like, oh my God, there is so much stuff in here that I don't use. And so I can help you with your questionnaires. I can help you create flyers like this and, and programs. And, I can help with everything that basically helps you stand out as a coach.
What an incredible offer, Becca.
It is. It's so good. And like I said, to be at the forefront of this, to be a pioneer this, to be one of the very few people in the world, or coaches, or gyms, or health professionals that is, I guess, paving the way with this merger is just. I wish I could get what's in here into everyone's head, so just so that they know. It's like it's so good.
As we're talking, Becca, I'm thinking of each of the individual products and thinking, oh my goodness, we need to do 15 minutes on sunrise and 15 minutes. Yes, that's where my brain's going in 100%. Terms of talking about these products. I have to say that the ease of a liquid product versus a tablet or a capsule is it's fantastic from my perspective, because
especially with kids.
Yes, it tastes good.
Oh, so yummy. I could eat like 10 of them a day. It's so good. You got to stop me from eating them. I mean, the good thing is you can't overdose on them. So I have been known to have 6 a day. If I'm feeling a bit flat for whatever reason and I'm stressed out, I'll just have a few of those. It's like, think.
I have to confess that I've missed the morning sunrise and taken it at that 11 a.m. slump. It's got me through the rest of the day.
Oh, it's so important. Like I say this, here's the key to success. Now, whether you're in business, whether you're at the gym, whether you're on a health kick, whatever it is in life, no matter what you do, consistency is key. So whether you are building a business, consistency is key. Whether you want to lose some weight, consistency is key. You don't get fat eating a hamburger once. You get it by be consistently eating hamburgers. You don't lose weight by eating a salad once. You do it by consistently eating healthy and looking after yourself. Consistency with taking this product every day means it's building blocks. It's building on each other every day. So I always say this: is it better to put $5 of fuel into your car every 2 days and just do a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, and just knowing that I really am running on empty? Or is it worth just spending the time to stand at the petrol station, and fill it up and just go, the car runs amazing.
Yeah.
And it's don't worry about it. That's the same as these products and health is, and even if you have a bad day with health, and you have one of those days where, you know what, we just had to drive through the drive-through, we just had to do this, at least when you've had these products, sunrise and sunset, you've literally filled up that nutritional gap between what you should have got for the day from food and you've got what you need. So with fussy kids, I don't mind as much. I make sure that they get their veggies and their protein and their meat and their fish. But I know my kids are also fussy as well, like all kids. And I just, as long as they have their sunrise, that's my peace of mind.
Yeah.
And so if by taking the products every single day, they will build and you're going to notice insane results. And which, I mean, we could do another whole episode on, like you said.
And we're almost out of time. We're almost out of time.
Yes, so to get started.
Yes, let's get started.
Okay, quick, let's finish up. So to be a part of the team and to work with us, you simply just go to join.kindly.com. You put in the sponsor number, which is there, which means you're going to be in the team, 459-2531. It'll ask you, it'll come up with placement. Just leave that blank and then go hit next, and then it'll go through to choosing whichever package you want. And there's little ones, big packages, there's all sorts of packages.
All sorts of choices.
Yep, you'll just buy the little license on top. Now, depending which market you're in, it could be $40 or $60, depending which country you're in. But that makes you a business partner, which means from there on, now the products are very heavily reduced for you because you're a business partner.
They're cheaper.
So it's easy, 1, 2, 3. And then all that happens after that is once you're part of the team, we'll send you a video which explains a little bit about the admin side of things, how to get started, a little bit about it's me. It's actually, I've done the video.
Yes.
And then what we do is we jump on a Zoom together, and I'm happy to do the one-on-one Zooms and work with you.
Wonderful one-on-ones and tells you everything that you need to know to get you started. Rebecca, I'm excited about this opportunity. I'm excited to be able to join now. So that's one thing we want to make for listeners in the audience today is that if you join now, you will then be part of the bigger merger come 1st of April.
Correct. So this is something that is so important to know. If you're in the US and you join today, you're an Amari distributor, which is fantastic. But you have a little advantage if you're outside of the US, you're in Australia or you're New Zealand or anywhere in the 50 countries.
Philippines, India, Spain.
Yep, you have the biggest advantage over anybody right now before the 1st of April, though. If you join before the 1st of April, you will be a Kyani distributor, which means you will have access to grow into 50 plus countries.
Which is
okay,
phenomenal.
So if you wait till after, you will be an Amari distributor, which means you can only operate in Amari markets, which is the US, Mexico, and Australia. And obviously, by the end of the year, you're working in all of the markets.
But this just gives you a head start. Doing it now rather than putting it off is not a good idea because you get a head start by doing it now.
Yeah. And if you know anything about business and timing and what we've all spoken about, you'll know that, the next couple of weeks is extremely crucial. It's set me up for life, and it's about to set so many other people up for life. And I can't wait to work with everyone who decides to jump on board and meet you all in person. Yay! I am flying into Australia for a big event, April the 29th in Sydney. I'll also be in Adelaide, my hometown, to go see my family and meet people in Adelaide. And then we'll be doing a tour of the US, and I mean, there's a big tour happening.
Lots of things happening.
Yeah, I look forward to having you part of the team. Look forward to connecting with you on a Zoom. We run weekly Zooms as well for the bigger team and outside of the one-on-ones. And I'm ready. I'm going all in this year. This is something so dear to my heart. It's got me out of retirement,
Yes.
and I'm ready to do whatever it takes to help change
Amazing.
many people's lives, because this is an amazing, amazing company doing amazing
Fantastic.
things. So thanks for having me on, Toni. You're a legend.
Rebecca, thank you for joining the Everyday Business Show today. That, my friends, is your lot for this week. But if you've liked listening to us, please jump on and join Kyani.com. Pop in the sponsor number and we'll get you sorted ASAP. Rebecca, thank you so much for joining me from Fiji today. I've loved our chat. I look forward to many more chats to come. And please take advantage of this opportunity. I know that there's a lot of unrest out in the world today, and this might be your ticket to a new and better life. Certainly the products will improve your life from the get-go. Rebecca Simon, thank you so much. I look forward to chatting to you again. Of shows with business owners that puts them in front of a global audience. And in behind those shows is a whole range of things, from digital magazines to social media to blogging to email to lead generation, just a whole range of things.